Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to A-Train Gaming. And today's video, I have a team deathmatch on the map Recovery. I was originally going to play rank play for this video because the topic today is competitive Call of Duty and sort of my experience and plans going forward with it. But then I got the AK-47 out of a first supply drop of the day. I had to use it. This is only my second game with it. First one I went like 41 and 15, but this is really good gameplay too. I go on like a 15 streak, I think, so it's good gameplay. But straight into the topic of the video, which is competitive Call of Duty. Competitive Call of Duty for me started in Black Ops 2, a couple months after Call of Duty Championships, when I found the Team Envious vs. Farico Impact Finals on YouTube, and I watched the 2.5 hours of that thing like 2 to 3 times, and I loved it. So I looked for any other videos that I could find from champs, and I watched all of those. That's why I found out about like Optic and stuff like Phase, stuff like that. But from there on out, I would watch streams every night. I would watch competitive players' YouTube videos. I would watch tips and tricks, and I got into League play. So for like that whole summer of Black Ops 2, I got into League play, and at first I didn't know what I was doing at all. And I really owe a lot of what I know now to Rambo Ray, and watching his Twitch streams made me a lot smarter, and he's probably the perfect guy for me to watch because we have similar game styles. I played the objective when I played a couple years ago in Black Ops 2 and in Ghost, and I didn't have great gun skill, but I just tried to outsmart people, and that's how I did get my kills, by playing smarter. So he was the perfect guy for me to watch. But in Black Ops 2, I didn't really have like a team or do game battles or anything until the last 2 months, where one person found me in League play, and I think I had a good game, and so did he, and he asked me to play with his 2 other teammates because they were looking for one. So of course I said yes, because I've always wanted to try a team. So for the first couple weeks, we scrimmed almost every night, and it was fun, and we were doing pretty well. We were still like, none of us were that experienced. We were all kind of sort of getting into it at the same time. So I had fun, but none of them really played that much after those couple weeks, and I tried to stick with them through Black Ops 2, but I got in arguments with people because they thought they were really good and that we were really good, even though we never played, and they thought we were ready to do like tournaments, which we weren't because we were losing to League play teams more than we were winning. So I stepped away from that team. I did go back to the beginning of Ghost to try to give it one more try, see if we could make it work, but they still weren't committed. And I think most of them stopped playing, and they didn't get an Xbox One either, so I had to stop playing with them, and I didn't really mind because they were, I don't want to say holding me back because we were around the same similar level, but they weren't as committed as I was to trying to make competitive a thing for us. So in Ghost, I found another person that I could just sort of run Search and Destroy 2v2s with, and he sort of got me into game battles a little bit. I really didn't do much with game battles. I mostly just played while he ran the game battles for us. But that made me a much better Search and Destroy player, and he taught me more also. He ended up quitting, and we never actually made a team together because he just wanted to play Search. But playing with that got me into competitive and made me a lot more smart in Search and Destroy. I used to just rush, or I used to just camp. That gave me like strategies of like how to push together and how to hold things, and that was very beneficial to me. So in Ghost, I watched every single tournament except I think one, and I watched streams basically every night, and I loved that game for competitive. I didn't like it for anything but competitive, but I really liked watching it competitively. So to Advanced Warfare now, I watched the first 4 or 5 tournaments, streams for the first month maybe, and I wasn't into it, didn't enjoy the game. Didn't feel like Call of Duty to me, it still doesn't, but I couldn't get into it, stepped away from competitive after a very short run of me playing it, and I stopped playing Call of Duty. I knew I would come back eventually, but I just figured it wouldn't be for competitive, which is what I'm doing now. I'm not doing anything, I'm just doing like ranked play and meeting up with people on that and trying to find people to play with through that and maybe do 8s on game battles. That's the only thing I really use game battles for. I've never done the ladders or the tournaments or anything like that. But for Black Ops 3, I would really like to get into that. I would really like to find a couple of people around my skill level who don't have the Call of Duty competitive ego, or the worst is the people who every time you die you mess up, but every time they die it's bullshit. I don't want those guys. I want teammates who I have fun with in and out of the game. So I hope I can find that and get back into it. If not, I can always just do pubs and do some like league play on the side and try to get into search and destroy tournaments, because search and destroy, I think I can hold my own. I've always had trouble with like the domination and the hard points, the ones that involve the most killing and slaying. I've always done average to good in the more objective based, you know, the capture the flags, the uplinks and stuff like that. I've always done okay at that. You know, I can hold my own. In search and destroy, I still feel like I'm pretty smart at search and destroy, and so tournaments might be the route I go. But that's going to be it for the video today, guys. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Leave in the comments down below anything you want me to talk about in future videos. And I will talk to you guys later.